I'm a bishop. I'm more of a social contributor. I'm a debutante. I'm up here making awareness and conducting campaigns for funding. I'm out there doing fundraisers on breast cancer walking. I'm out there, and speaking of which, running. Sometimes you got to show your proof of commendable behavior. You need your trophy, your little pin, something stating that you are a good person. And those who breast walk, you know what I mean, or power walking for 8 hours, 3 days or whatever. Somebody like Lance Armstrong, he's a cancer survivor, testicular cancer survivor, and now he's a social pariah. I mean, we all idolized him and revered him for being such a great athleticism specimen, right? And what happens whenever we find out anything that's incriminating? We drop his ass like a bad habit. Not like a cigarette bad habit. We drop him cold turkey. Alright, we know a thing or two about turkey. It's Thanksgiving and wild turkey. And him, he led us on a wild goose chase. And he betrayed us. And he's supposed to be the role model that we all abide by and play by the rules of what is commendable behavior. I don't want to keep using that word commendable, but I'm at a loss for another superlative. It's somebody who's righteous. He's very righteous like us. Look at him. He's out there. He's succeeding in life. He's Tour de France. Vive la résistance. No. So yeah, he's a testicular cancer survivor, but where's the awareness for testicular cancer? Where's the awareness for prostate cancer? Where's the awareness for anything that's male exclusive? I mean, the breast cancer is not even female exclusive, but when we hear breast, we think of, oh, I'm a female, and I'm effeminate, and look how voluptuous that I am, and I'm very in touch with my body, and look, I'm very titillating, no pun intended. But look how much of a person that I've become. I've developed into a nice, provocative, and pretty puppet. Well, like I don't want to get into, but pretty much the for-profit philanthropy is out there just to pretty much toot your own horn and say, look what I contributed, look what I did. Are you guys going to come with me? You guys going to pledge like I pledged? Pledging allegiance wasn't enough. You got to pledge more. You got to go to a fraternity and pledge them and do all that dumb stuff. Ooh, speaking of breasts, isn't that one of the things that become hot? Chemo. You have to shave your head, put on a wig. I'm not trying to be insensitive or anything. I'm just stating what I see. My concern is for those who are going through that plight. I mean, cancer is cancer, AIDS is AIDS, fever is fever. These things are an affliction and it shouldn't be taken lightly. I don't want to have to get on my soapbox and talk about how great of a person I am because I acknowledge such suffrage. But we need to put ourselves on a pedestal. Isn't that what our father figure moral compass is? Making sure everybody will look up to us and adore us. Isn't that what we're supposed to not do, just covet? When it comes to father figure moral compass, me, on the other hand, I don't worship any type of deity. I believe, if that's the word, it's the correct way of using it. Faith, I have faith in us. Man. Flesh. Right? The sins of the flesh. That's what I believe in. I don't believe in sin. I believe in pleasure. What makes you happy, as long as it's not going to be at the detriment of somebody else. Of course, go along with it. It makes you happy. We're not very high maintenance. We're low maintenance. We only require so much. And we can't even get that because, remember, your morals has got to be attached to giving up more of your life. You gotta work so hard for so little. You gotta put in so much back-breaking labor to get so little out of it. You get the shittiest food from Walmart. You get peanuts on the dollar. What I call pellets. I mean, what is a pellet? It's feed. You keep behaving like a zoo animal, they're going to give you feed, right? They're going to give you a slab of meat. That's all you're worth to them. It's a slab of meat. Oh, that's the cost of having to take care of you. God, why can't you just become a self-made millionaire like us and live off the interest of your cash savings money markets accounts like us? God. But I mean, we all know those looks from others who believe that they're morally superior than us. The righteous, those who come up as being a dick, an asshole, those who act like their shit doesn't stink. We've seen that before because they believe it. They want to believe that somehow they're above the common man. But of course they're not above the common plutocrat. They're not above the common entrepreneur. They don't want to be an entrepreneur. They want to be an employee. An employee. Look, I could be a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Maybe, why not be a shareholder of a Fortune 500 company? Nobody ever aspires to be on the board, right? Nobody wants to be the chairman unless you have already gotten to that level, right? Just like being a politician, you have to be age 25, 28, 35, somewhere around there. Isn't that discrimination? Your age is going to preclude you from political aspirations. Why? You have a mind. You'd be able to decide. Well, do I have something? I think I was around 26, 27, where I decided maybe I could be mayor. Why not be counseling? Why not be on that? I mean, the pay is going to be good. The work is going to be even better. I can give and ensure that others have a fair shake in life. I didn't have a fair shake. It'd be nice to give others a fair shake. Hell, just be able to redeem myself. Isn't that what we're all looking for? Redemption. We're already born into sin, so let's go prove how much that we can cleanse ourselves of something that we had no say over. Somehow we have to continuously prove that we have the capacity to convince you and everybody else that we're on the same playing field. We measure up to everybody else. Because if you don't, you're considered taboo. I mean, Real Time with Bill Maher this past Saturday talks about the, I guess, somebody who put in the fake $10 bill, the waitress picked it up, and she got her hopes all up because it's a $10 tip. You know, maybe it wasn't even warranted, but it's one of those fake $10 bills that says, why do I give God 10%, why should I give you 18%? First of all, 10% of your total income is totally different from 18% of an $18 bill, right? I mean, but we're all going to show concern and compassion towards that waitress because she was stiffed, right? Well, nobody's going to think that the waitress themselves has stiffed the Christian, and maybe the Christian's retaliating, but maybe the retaliation shouldn't be in the hands of the Christian. That's where the moral support superiority should be, is that we're a better person. We're not going to judge you. We're going to do what we can, but I'm sure even a Christian is probably going to look at it as, let's not study the words of Jesus Christ. Let's just be cheap, and when you see that bill coming, oh God, I can't even afford it. Let me find a way to get out of it. Was she bad? Was she this? Was she this? Was she just trying to find a way to make sure you get out of paying for something, no? Because you can't afford it, because you don't want to pay for it. So the plight is the waitresses, but perhaps we shouldn't vilify the customer like we always do and say, oh, maybe you shouldn't be a cheap bastard, stiff piece of shit, right? Oh, well, what about the employer? Maybe the employer needs to pay that person an actual livable wage and not put the damn burden on the shoulders of the patrons, the customers. No, the employer's doing what they can. No, they could probably afford to pay them, but they don't want to. Why should they? The standard is, the precedent is that you don't have to pay them, so don't pay them. If the minimum wage saying is at this level, then that's all you have to pay. You're not breaking the law if you go below it. If you just stay right here stagnant. If everybody else is doing, that's the precedent. That's commendable behavior. Until it's been deplored, until it's deplorable, then it's commendable. But of course, Bill Maher's got to side with the waitress. Probably had enough waitress liaisons, and especially the strippers. Maybe he should show them compassion because, oh God, Bill Maher, you're out there, you're a voice for the voiceless. No, he's really just looking out for his best interests. Anybody else, he's got his moral high ground, and of course, anybody who's the problem, it's not him. It's the Republicans, it's the Christians, it's religion. Well, it's also you, Bill. It's also me. It's also all of us. You're not exempt. But he's going to side with them because the week before he had to demonstrate how he's concerned over another, I guess, what was it? Yeah, the livable wage or minimum wage. You know, Michelle Bachmann or all these other guys, Ted Cruz, whoever he talks about is believe the minimum shouldn't be implemented because it's a violation of free market principles. And of course, he tells everybody that why is it my taxpayer duty to pay a livable wage in the form of substance or a livable allowance deduction from his account to your account if you need food stamps or welfare. It's got to come out of his pocket, it's got to come out of pocket, it's got to come out of your pocket. Why is that on our shoulders? Why does Uncle Sam have to front the bill for the business who always get out of paying taxes and always stiff the employees, not giving them an actual livable wage? That's not fair, right? What is justice? That's the upcoming one, I think. But that's pretty much our morality. Our moral code is don't stiff the waitresses. Don't stiff anybody. Turn the other cheek. Love thy neighbor. What would Jesus do? Well, you think Jesus would condemn Armstrong? I think he would probably condemn those who put on a facade and say, we're breast cancer walking. Look how great we are. Those who turn the other cheek. Who turns the other cheek? No. You hurt me, then I'm going to make sure you suffer even more. That's a violation of that code, right? What's our code? What's our moral code? To love thy neighbor? Who do we love? There's no neighbors out there we love. We're always looking at them as a potential threat. And that phobia is a taboo phobia, right? If you get out there and knock on the doors and say, hey, you're interested in listening to what I have to say about my morality, you're automatically vilified for being a harassment, right? Being a harassment case. You don't want to harass others. I mean, technical definition of harassment is you got to let me know if I'm harassing you, and then stop. That's when I violate the harassment code. That's when anywho, isn't that our moral compass? Do what's right. What is right? Well, right is what everybody else tells you what's right. And who's the one that's telling you what right and wrong is? Probably those who are in power. They want you to know, hey, you get out there and plow that field because that's righteous. Look how great you are compared to those who died, who you know what I mean, compare them to somebody that's probably not in the same league. Like a blue collar person. Compare that blue collar to a white collar person. The white collar's gonna say, I'm better than the blue collar. But the white collar's not gonna say, I'm better than my employer, I'm better than my politician, I'm better than my peers. No. They compare themselves to